Hey YouTube, so today I'm going to tell you about a perfect schedule for calcium powder. Alright, so everybody thinks that your lights are not have enough UVB to give your reptile the amount of D3 that they need. But that is not true whether you have T5 or T8. It doesn't matter. The bulb doesn't give the UVB or the D3 that the sun does in the wilds, which is why in captivity you need to give them calcium powder that has D3. But I don't recommend going overboard with the D3, so you should do certain days without D3 and certain days with D3. Alright, so the schedule that I use and that I think everybody else should use goes like this. Alright, 3 days with D3, 3 days without D3, and then 1 day with no calcium powder. I find, and many others find, that this is a perfect schedule for calcium powder, and it works really well, and it's mostly the healthiest. All right, so here I got some different types of calcium powders to show you. All right, so we have Repticalcium by Zoomed. Oh, dropped one. That's right. But we got Repticalcium by Zoomed. All right, so you can see this big one right here says with D3. See that right there? It's kind of backwards because it's the camera. But we have this small one, which is just like a sample size, and it says without D3. Let me see if I can focus on that. Without D3. You can't really see it, I'm sorry. So, I would recommend going 3 days with one of these, and then 3 days with the other. Alright? And then 1 day without. Alright? But there is something better than this one, the one with the D3, all right? What I have here is something called Mineral, all right? This is calcium powder, but it has D3 and many other very healthy supplements for your reptiles, all right? So I very rarely use this one. I use this one on the days I use D3. Because this is one of the best calcium powders with D3. It has a lot of nutrients, including the D3. So this right here is the best one. I'm going to leave a link in the description for this and the other ones. But I always recommend having, all different kinds just in case, all right? I have so many. These are just, one of each, all right? I mean, I have, many of them. And for some reason, every one I have of the without D3 is all sample sizes. I don't really know why. But anyways, even professional, exotic veterinarians and other herpetologists alike most of them, you go by this schedule. This schedule is a very good schedule to go by. And I know people are like, oh, why don't I just do, D3 every day or without D3 every day? And like I said, I've had people tell me, oh, well, if you use a T8 light, you don't need to use D3 and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's just simply not true because the light from the sun gives everything that's alive, animals, plants, everything that's alive. It gives us, vitamins that we need. And it gives us UVB, it gives us everything that we need. But when you have an animal in captivity that's with artificial light, you might have a UVB light, you might have a T5, a T8, but none of those give what the sun gives. So you have to supplement that with something else, which is, why you should use with D3, I mean, it's a common fact that you need to use calcium powder either way, all right? You just need to. But a lot of people don't realize that, there's better schedules to use. It's not just, oh, let me give, the same calcium powder every day. A lot of people do that. But doing that can also make your reptiles sick. It could just cause more harm than it is helping. All right? So I recommend this schedule, and I always recommend, using D3 and without D3 on different days because you don't want to use with D3 every day or without D3 every day. And if you think that your light, no matter what size it is or what type it is giving your reptiles what it needs in terms of vitamins and pretty much everything that it needs, it's not, okay? It's giving it enough UVB because it's a UVB bulb, but it's not giving the D3. It's it is, but not enough, and So you just really need to, focus on what's best for your reptile. And I think this schedule works best for your reptiles. And like I said, 1 day without D3, or not without D3, 1 day without calcium powder in general. And I think that really just, that really helps. I mean, they don't need it, that 1 day. They don't need it every day, so I would recommend the 1 day without. But also, I think it gives them more of that day gives them more of a enrichment in eating, because it's like, oh, I'm not eating something that's so dry covered in powder, it helps them. So that 1 day is a little bit of, authentic food for them. It's not covered in something that they don't like, and I think that it just not only enriches their life, but it also makes them more healthy, and it prevents them from getting sick. And I use this schedule to a T. I go by it, and I make sure not to, do it any other day. I actually have different containers that I put the different powders in. I have one container for with D3, one container without D3. So that way I know that, I use this one for 3 days, and then I use this one for 3 days, and then one of those days they don't have it. So what I usually do is I usually do without D3, and then I do 1 day with no calcium powder, and then with D3, or vice versa. But I usually put the 1 day in the middle, but it doesn't matter what you do. You could put it, you could do one 3 day period of calcium powder without, and then with, and then, 1 day without, or you could do it in the middle. It doesn't matter how you do it. It's just a really good schedule, and I hope that you start to use this schedule. I hope that you realize that this is a really good schedule, and I hope you enjoy it. So thanks for watching today's video. Please leave a sub. It really helps me. My last channel got stolen, as I've talked about before, and I had almost 11,000 subs, and now I'm starting off from nothing. So I hope you drop a sub. I hope you drop a like on this video. Get it up there, share it with your friends, and also leave a comment, give me some constructive criticism to help me make my videos better. Tell me what you like about it, what you dislike about it. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good day, and I hope you use this schedule, and I hope you give your reptiles some enrichment. So thanks for watching.